Check 1 2, mic check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3, check 1 2 3. Sound good? Alright, let's get it all done. About 5 minutes before kickoff.
That are joined in with your marching musical machine of the Mid-South.
Welcome back to Simmons Bank Field. This is TyRece Boone for the play-by-play on this broadcast. For the past couple of games, we've been working with UAPB-TV exclusively, the YouTube channel of the UAPB, but now, well, I guess I'm making my inaugural radio broadcast, so welcome to everybody to that. That's going to be interesting. Right now, we have UAPB, the Golden Lions, facing off against the Prairie View Panthers. And after a rather rough outing last week in South Dakota State, let's just not mention anything further than that, they're going to try to face off against the Panthers, who have a very promising running back, number 1, Dewanya Tucker. Ran for 600 yards in the past 3 games. And he's going to look to, try to go east and west, probe the secondary of the UAPB defense. We're going to have to see how we do that. Another big story here today. Both coaches also in their first year. Coach Dooley making his first SWAC appearance in the SWAC opener, by the way. That's a third big story of it. The SWAC opener starts here in Simmons Bank Field at UAPB. And right now we're just waiting on the band to clear out and the team introductions to commence. Looking for any signs of the band clearing. I don't see any. So. Oh, there you go. And the big Titantron at the north side of the stadium now starting to show off the pride of the Lions. I'm going to lay out and let's listen to this.
And now, welcome to Simmons Bank Field.
And the Golden Lions look to take the field. Here they come. Maybe not as quickly as I expected, but here they come. Either way, last week was a trying time for the Golden Lions fan base, especially when they saw the score. It was not an easy week, to say the least, but now it's all about the bounce back. How do they respond to such tumultuous adversity that they face at South Dakota State? Here in the SWAC opener, where the games start to matter just a little bit more, we will see if they are ready to compete with the same fire as they did for the first 2 weeks. I can almost still see some remnants of the last week in them. They're all taking a knee in the end zone, praying for victory and success. Some injury rumors circling before the game started, though. Shannon Patrick reported to have broken his finger before the last game, and number 11, Skylar Perry, also reporting with some shoulder issues before last week. So it's going to be interesting to see if they play today, how much of an impact that would have on their playing time, and if they play at all. Also, I believe Josh Wilkes was spotted with crutches during the pregame. I'm not entirely sure the whole story about that, but hopefully he makes a speedy recovery if that is true. As Prairie View starts to take the field, as they were rocking the all yellow with the purple sleeves. UAPB rocking the brand new home blacks. All black jerseys and yellow numbers. There's a sense of solidarity that I wouldn't say was missing from the first couple of games, because they played very well even in their loss to Morehouse. But I believe after such a rough time last week, that only a loss like that can bring a team together. So we're going to see how they do in this first drive, as it looks like they will receive first. Oh, actually, no. Jamie Gillen is coming out, and now they will kick off. And the defense is the thing that needs to be tested the most, as they have shown they've had a bad couple of weeks, a very rough couple of weeks moving into this SWAC season. Out of conference play, they gave up a grand total of, I want to say, 700 plus yards. Not a great start for the defense, but hopefully Jalen Stewart, Kevin Agee, they both can lead this defense by their talent alone. We hope to see that happening today. Jamie Gillen, the golden toe, looking to kick off. Prairie View, the Panthers, looking to receive. The golden toe sets up. Here we go. We are underway at Simmons Bank Field for the SWAC opener. Received at the 2-yard line. Oh, and he gets tattooed at the 15.
Number 3, JT White on the return. Big hit by number 8 to Kevin Carter.
Kevin Carter, the man who commenced the tattooing. An artist, if you will, as he did an excellent job there, planting him at the 15-yard line inside the 20. They started at around the 16-yard line. Starting quarterback, number 12, Jalen Morton. Sets up, drops back to pass, fires deep, and way out of range of anyone near. Only a best guess can suffice. Number 11, Tristan Wallace, the possible intended receiver. They're going to go right back to the line looking for the hurry up from the 16 after the incomplete pass on second down.
Second down 10 for the Panthers.
Here we go, and he's going to hand it off. No, he pulls it back. Jalen Morton breaking into the open field, and there is absolutely no one in front of him. 15, 10-5, touchdown Panthers on the second play of the drive. And that is not the start this defense needed. The option play, the read option play, working to perfection for the Panthers, and only 35 seconds in. Well, I guess 25 seconds in. 14:35 left in the first quarter. Already, the Panthers are on the board. And this is the adversity that I was speaking on prior. The confidence of this defense must be shot as the extra point goes up and in after that last game. They need to find a spark. Now, the other concern is with the offense now, and we're going to get a little bit of a look at them before we even get a minute into this game after the big score. 7-0 the score after 14:35 mark. And now, here comes the Lions receiving team taking the field. The worst possible thing that can happen at this point is a 3-and-out. They have to find a system. This is not a probing point in time in this game. They have to find that spark and be prepared for a shootout. Shamari Martinez of the Prairie View Panthers looking to kick off. Back to receive, Damian Peterson, the senior. And kicking off Prairie View. The ball is up. Received at the 1 by Damian Peterson. And he's going to try to find some room up the middle. Past the 20-yard line, and he's breaking free. No, not quite. Almost had one more layer of defenders to bust through before he could really put the hurt on them. But they end up dropping at him around the 31-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 30. And as I expected, it looks like Skylar Perry is actually going to be the one starting us off today. Yeah, Skylar Perry is going to be leading the offense down the field. The future, as Coach Thomas has called him before. And the handoff only goes backwards. Looked like a read option on that play, but that was a wrong read. They lost 2, now backed up to the 28-yard line, 2nd and 12. They're going to have to find something here. This is a much more pivotal drive to the momentum of the game than you really want the first drive to be. 2nd down. Coming across is Jerry Brown. Throws it. Caught. Brown is the one who catches it. Dropped out, sent out of bounds at around the 40, maybe 39-yard line. Oh, actually they're going to spot about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Or behind my assumed line of scrimmage. 43-yard line is the spot, and they're going to rush him. High-tempo offense on display. 5 wide. Skylar Perry takes the snap, and it's a draw. He gets all the way up to the 36-yard line, takes a slide. That's going to make it 2nd and 3. And they're not slowing down, hurrying it up again. One of the new wrinkles in the offense since Coach Thomas has taken over. Much more high tempo, much more high pace. And they're not slowing down one bit. Spread look from the pistol. Shifting to the left side is Taylor Porter. Fakes the handoff, fires, and almost intercepted. Ends up incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 5, Kobe McNeil.
He was trying to find Kobe McNeil on that play, and the ball was cut off by the Prairie View defender. Here comes Perry again from the spread. Jerry Brown coming off on the bubble screen, looks like. And he does get some forward progress, enough for a first down, dropped at the 29-yard line. Very creative with their offense so far, utilizing a lot of motion in the backfield.
1st and 10, go to Lions from the Panthers, 29-yard.
Taylor Porter takes a step out, and Jerry Brown steps in. Or actually, no, that was Kobe McNeil who stepped in. 5 wide set. They like to draw from this, and they also like to pass. Let's see. The left-hander steps back over the middle, can't hold on to it.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 86, DeJuan Miller.
DeJuan Miller, the man intended for the reception. They've been using him a lot for short-range gadget plays. A lot of wide receiver screens they've used DeJuan Miller for. This time they tried to expand his range, not quite that time. Perry from the 5 wide look. He looks to his right and has to escape. Slides and he gets hit as he does. He does get up quite quickly though. No Joe Flacco moments here.
Stop made by number 98, Ronald Collins.
Ronald Collins on the stop.
Gain of about a yard, brings up 3rd.
Only a yard gain there now. 3rd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Knocking on the door of the red zone. They have to get something going here. Perry from 5 right, 3 receivers to his right. Steps back, fires over the middle, but just off target. Comes off the hands of Taylor Porter. The Prairie View Panthers sent a blitz on that play, and that really got to him quickly. Had to get rid of it before he was ready to. Excuse me, it was Tyron Ralph who was the intended receiver on that play. It's now 4th down and 9, and yep, they're going to trust the toe in this one, the golden toe. He's predicted to maybe have a future in the NFL, Jamie Gillen. And you have to make field goals like this. Bang! It's up and good. From 50 plus. That was a great kick by Jamie Gillen. He scored the only 2 scores last week, and he gets another one this week. What a powerful leg on that man. So the score after that, Prairie View 7. The Golden Lions put 3 on the board, but they're going to need a lot more than that if they're going to be able to stop the powerhouse of an offense that Prairie View should have proven to be early on. It's going to look to be speed versus possession as they went 3+ minutes with the ball. To only get 3 out of it though, not very useful, or not very, only get 3. That's not as productive as you'd like. Those are the words I'll use in succession. Now let's see if Coach Thomas has rallied this defense.
Gillen on to kick off for the Golden Lions. And
Jamie Gillen looking to kick off.
3. JT's right.
The ball is up. High, long, it's going to be received at, it looked like the 1.
The catch is made by Wright.
The fair catch was made and the ball will be brought out to the 20. He was barely in the end zone for that play, so I guess the touchback, it still applies. It looked like he received it around the 1 or 2 yard line, but I'm bringing it back out to the 25, and we're going to see the Prairie View offense go again. Jalen Morton from what looks to be the shotgun. Fires over the middle, wide open. Oh my goodness. And he's going to go all the way. No one's going to stop him. 1 play finish. I can't believe this. The UAPB pass defense missing in action on that play.
Touchdown Panthers.
There was a misassignment, an obvious misassignment. He was so wide open it looked like UAPB only had 9 players on the field. I didn't like that one bit. And the snap is good. Kicker stumbling a little bit on the kick, but still knocks it through. 14-3 in less than a minute each. Less than 30 seconds each drive. 2 plays last drive, 1 play this drive. Prairie View is just abusing the defense at this moment. They've done it through the ground, and this time they've done it through the air. Either way, this is TyRece Boone with Hot 89.7 Radio and UAPB-TV. 14-3, your score, and honestly, it does not look good. Something must be done. Hopefully we see it the next time Prairie View has the ball. But here comes the UAPB offense, who did fairly well last drive, but they're going to have to do more than that if they are going to keep up with Prairie View. Ball is up. Damian Peterson muffs the kick, but is still able to scamper his way up to about the 23-yard line. Lions need points on the board, and they need it quickly. After going about 7 plays the last drive, they only came away with 3. Drove most of the way down the field from the 30 all the way back to the other side, about 50 yards or so. Had to rely on the powerful leg of Jamie Gillen now from the pistol. Hands off to Taylor Porter, bounces it outside, and he's able to find a bit of an edge on the corner. Flag down on the play. but it came after he came out of bounds. Let's see what the call is. It was a personal foul. I didn't quite hear the rest of it, but it's going to end up being an automatic first down. And that's a good sign for the UAPB offense. They get some free yardage out of that one. The ball's going to end up being placed at their own 39-yard line. On 41, excuse me. And the snap fires all the way to the other side now. Look at Tyron Ralph. And he's able to force his way forward. But he was forced all the way back, but forward progression is going to put him at the 49-yard line. Flag down on the field quite early. Let's see what the call is. It was an illegal formation. That's going to send him back 5 yards. I actually thought that they whistled those dead before the play starts, but either way, illegal formation sends them back about 5. Now instead of the 41, they're at their 36. They were trying to rock the stack look on the left side, and they still are. Repeat of the same play. Screen play to Tyron Ralph. He works his way to the outside, gets about the same amount, but has a much less result. All the way back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a little bit past. 2nd and 9 from the 42. And the hurry-up offense is in effect. Fires again, and the play is whistled dead. It's going to be called a false start, and they're going to be right back where they started. Mental mistakes. I can hear from the natural sound microphone that coach is telling them to wake up, and that's exactly what they need to do. The worst part about having short defensive possessions that end in touchdowns, you don't really even get a chance to examine what the other offense can do, as 3 receivers to Perry's left. Fires over the middle. Tyron Ralph slips a little bit as he's going right back to the 41-yard line, maybe the 42, depending on how friendly the spot is. Slips and falls. He had a little bit of space that he could have gone through, but it's going to end up being 3rd and 9 now. Perry working from the spread shotgun. Takes the snap. Avoids the rush and fires and is not able to get the comeback route on the right-hand side. Tyron Ralph, the intended receiver. And just to confirm the statement I made earlier, that's 2 drives now, and I have not seen Josh Wilkes. And that is not good. He was a major part of this offense, and he is now, well, missing in action. And Jimmy Gillen gets the high snap to punt this one away. Falls to the ground, but still gets quite the distance on it. Going to end up falling out of the 15. Looks like they mark it at the 17-yard line, and here comes the Panthers again. 3 plays and 14 points. This Golden Lion defense has to find a way, has to wake up, honestly. No way I can sugarcoat it for you. But here we go. Jalen Moore fires to the outside. Double pass, looks like. And he's forced to throw it out of bounds. It looked like a double pass. I almost had a flashback to Morehouse as they were at a very good success with the double pass play. The man trying to make the final pass, number 11, Tristan Wallace. Really hard to see their numbers from my press box position. A run to the outside. Left side now, and he's breaking free. Has to force him out of bounds and just barely does so. That's the third big play of the game, and they're already all the way into Golden Lions territory at the 30. I say 38. And here comes Jalen Morton dropping back to pass. Runs up the middle, and they can't tackle him. I can't believe this. Jalen Morton runs it into the end zone. Another touchdown. I cannot believe this. This has gotten ridiculous at this point. We've been talking, a lot of the talk going into this game was around Dewanya Tucker, the running back coming out of Oregon, well, he was originally originally applied to Oregon, ended up in a JUCO, and then ended up at Prairie View. But he hasn't really even had a chance to touch the ball. It's been 1, 2, 3 every drive. And to add insult to injury, penalty will add yards to the kickoff. Extra point is up and good, 21-3, folks. 21-3. And that last drive, all bad tackling. That's the only reason they scored. That was poor passive tackling. You hate to see stuff like that. As a former player, I just know my coaches, I'm sure Coach Thomas is doing the same thing. That will make them sick. Up now. Here comes the offense again. Well, here comes the receiving team. As it's the third touchdown in the first quarter, and there's still 9 minutes and 19 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a long night. Kicking off from the 45-yard line after the penalty. And the kick is up. And it's going to go through the field goal, through the goalpost. Give that kicker 3 points. Make it even rougher day for us. Just kidding. Still 21-3, 9:19 left in the first quarter.
And that will be a touchback. So the Lions will take over first down and 10 from their own 25.
And I see in my monitor Coach Thomas trying to uplift this defense. We're going to need them if we're going to be successful in the conference this year. Didn't start out very well. Let's see. Skylar Perry, 3 receivers to his right. Hands off to Taylor Porter, and he finds a little bit of a hole and can't get tackled. That's the Taylor Porter we saw coming out of the Morehouse game. Running over defenders if he has to, but otherwise using his speed. Gains about 5, maybe 6 on that play. Ends up at the 31-yard line. Perry, 3 receivers to his right again. Faking the snap, and they're going to change the play up. They're changing, directing traffic. Prairie View showing blitz. They fake it. Now Colby McNeil gets the screen pass to the outside, ends up losing about a yard, can't find any room. 3rd and 5 now. DeMarcus, number 55, DeMarcus Moon on the tackle for Prairie View. And they are trying to probe at this defense, try to get to the outside, and maybe their playmakers can make something happen. Here comes Perry. Oh no, fumble the handoff. And it looks like, yes, Prairie View with the ball. Oh my goodness, it's gotten from bad to worse. And unfortunately, Taylor Porter's going to be credited with a fumble. And have you ever been on like a mudslide unwillingly? Like you'd step in the wrong spot on the top of a hill and it just starts pulling you down? That's exactly where UAPB is at. As they fire to number 11. Tristan Wallace gets about 5 yards on gets about 6 yards on the play. Honestly, an improvement from what they've been getting all first quarter. Here comes Jalen Morton again. Fires over the middle. It's caught, somehow held onto. Number 7, Zarian Holcomb. First down now. Handoff. No, actually pass to the outside. 1v1 taken down, but not before he gets close enough to the first down marker. Now running in the hurry up Prairie View still. Morton fires a screen. And he's going to find the end zone with relative ease.
Touchdown Panthers.
Number 18, Marcus Hardy on the play. 28 points. 28 points in one quarter. Now, I was not going to mention the score from last week, and I'm still not. But the only other time I can remember 28-3 in the first quarter is last game.
The point is up and good.
And hopefully it doesn't get to that point. The box score from the first quarter against South Dakota State was 28-6. We're about 3 points away from that exact same box score. This is a completely different team than I'm used to seeing, or than I have seen in the last 2 to 3 weeks, or 2 weeks. The 2 opening weeks of this season were an amazing, heartfelt, powerful display. This is not that. They need to pick their heads up quickly. 6:54 left in the first quarter. The first quarter. Ball received at the 10-yard line. And McNeil takes it. And they're going to take it up to the 25. I guess any fair catch ends up getting taken to the 25. Let's see what the offense can do. The only thing really we can do right now is learn. This is beyond. I'm not even thinking about the win right now. I'm just trying to get some experience now. Here we go. Skylar Perry. Hands off to Taylor Porter, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Still at the 25. Second down.
Jason Lewis on the stop. Ball for another yard, but second down and 11.
It depends on who's going to get called for that one. There was movement at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to run that as false start. Could have gone either way. Could have been neutral zone interference or neutral zone infraction. But it did make the lineman move. So, false start. 2nd and 15 from the 20. Perry directing traffic, 3 receivers to his right, and so is Taylor Porter. Shifting over to his left is Porter. Drops back, it looks like a screen, and he's got it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He dropped it. 3rd and 15 from the 20-yard line. 3rd and 15 from the 20-yard line. Taylor Porter directing traffic again, trying to find some space. 3 receivers to his right. Steps back, the left-hander fires. Left side, and DeJuan Miller can't held on to it. 4th down. Oh, goodness. That's the only thing you can say at this point. Not a very good offensive display. The first couple of drives, they've looked okay. I hazard to say good, but they looked okay. And here comes the punting unit. Jamie Gillen punting from his own 5-yard line. Ball is up and away. And fair catch signal at around the 43. They're going to put him at the 44-yard line. In their own territory, but not by much. Prairie View, who've been dominant on offense. Actually, there's a down Lion on the field. I didn't see the number quite yet. The Lion is up. Number 15, Nicholas Stroud, making it off the field. But now Prairie View is going at it. Inside handoff to number 1. This is his first run of the day. Running back, Dewanya Tucker, excuse me. But he doesn't get far. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to the right, but a lot of linemen. Here comes Morton, escaping the pocket and firing deep. And too rich for the money. Could not connect, overthrown. I think I was trying to say too rich for his blood, but it didn't make sense mid-sentence. Either way, 3rd down, the first 3rd down of the day. Let's see if the Golden Lions can make something happen here. 3rd down now, 3 receivers. Actually, it looks like 4 from the spread. Morton, inside screen. It's going to be dropped. And ladies and gentlemen, we got out of a drive. 3 and out for the Golden Lion defense. Can somebody say that's a start? Oh, no, they're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it on 4th down. Jalen Morton. Oh, no. And the flag's down for offsides. Unfortunately, they couldn't hook up. Incomplete pass, but they're going to get another shot at it.
Moore's pass is incomplete. Flags on the play.
Why would you go for it on 4th down? Why would you? I can't get over that. Why would you do that? You're up 28-3 anyway. Beyond that. All right, they're going to defer the penalties. There was 2 penalties, offsides on us, and then a holding penalty on the other side. So now they're forced to go and bring their punting team out. Like I'm still kind of baffled as to the reasoning behind going for it on 4th down from your own 44-yard line, and you're up 28-3. Either way, punt is away now, almost blocked, but not quite. Ball's going to drop short of the 20 and be picked up at around 17-yard line. Like, did we say something to them or something? Like, I just cannot wrap my head around it. But now, Skylar Perry, he's had a bit of a rocky start, leads his Lions back on the field.
For the latest update information, including stats, scores, and much more, visit UAPB-LionsRoar.com.
5:07 left in the first quarter. 28-3 your score, and the Golden Lions have it at their own 15 or 17-yard line. Skylar Perry drops back and looks to fire, and he's hit as he throws, and reaching out for it is Colin McNeil, but he just cannot haul it in. Fingertips away on that play.
Perry's pass incomplete, intended for
Hit as he thrown and still beat the receiver. That is some crazy arm talent. Skylar Perry has been pinged as a future, and I can see what Coach Tomlin sees. 2nd down, handoff to Taylor Porter, and he gets a little bit of forward motion there, not much. But it's about a 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain, 5-yard gain. Got it. 5-yard gain on the play. 3rd down from the 21-yard line. 3rd and 7. Getting the call from the sideline. Complete spread. 4 receivers. Drops back, fires. Laser beam is caught by look like DeJuan Miller, and he's not going down yet. Look at the power on that man. And a flag is down because he threw him after the whistle was blown. Oh no, it's breaking down in Simmons Bank Field, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to break down.
Perry's pass is complete. Number 84 for the Golden Lions. And that's Orion Smith.
Oh, excuse me, I said DeJuan Miller. It was actually 84, Orion Smith. Let's see what this penalty is before we get too excited. I have an idea. It's better to not assume. Here's the chief. Oh, they're still delivering. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. So it's a personal foul for the late hit, but they also had a personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct, and I don't see how you can get more unsportsmanlike than the late hit. And the crowd doesn't like it, and neither do I, but we're still going to roll with it. 1st and 10 from the 30. This entire day has been ridiculous. Skylar Perry tries to draw him off sides, not able to. 10 on the play clock. 3 receivers to his right. Drops back to pass, looks directly at his target and fires, and overthrows him by a few yards. Skylar Perry needs to get a little bit more control over that arm. It was really difficult as a quarterback, especially coming off of a shoulder issue. It hasn't been really defined exactly what issue that was. But to control your arm and get it back to regular strength, it's really tough. Orion Smith gets the ball and gets about 4 yards out of it. The wide receiver screen being used on that play.
Number 59, Isaac Claiborne. Gain of about 3 on the play brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Golden Lions.
3rd and 7 now from their own 33-yard line. Got to find something here. 5 wide. Fires immediately. And that one, they're going to say it's caught, but it's short of the 1st down.
Perry's pass is complete to TyRece.
Put down at around the 38. They have to get to the 44 1st down, and you know they're going to punt it. Okay. Looks like they're going to punt it. But I would not be surprised if I see a fake as they rush to the line.
And returning for the Panthers, number 26,
from the 38-yard line, snaps long and kicks up. And ball's going to be dropped, not dropped, but go out of bounds at around the 15. Looks like the 16 is where they spot it. Another great kick from the Golden Toe. And Prairie View takes the field again, and there's just like a sense of nervousness, a sense of worry that goes over the fans on our side of the field when they do, and they have the right to be. 28-3, still in the 1st quarter, 2:12 and counting. Jalen Morton fires, has a man deep, and it's caught just. Oh, man. A great catch there. Number 18. Marcus Hardy on the catch. As Morton drops back to pass again, this time the other side, and not able to find him that time. Holcomb on the play, looking to be the intended receiver. And Prairie View looks like they're just having fun. They're just chucking it deep. They're trying to use and abuse the secondary of the UAPB Golden Lions. And inside handoff there to Wantia Tucker. Not able to get much. They've been holding him to a reasonable amount of yards. He hasn't had to run the ball all day, though.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd down and 10, and here comes your Golden Lions.
3rd and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Jalen Morton directing traffic. Now looks like a spread tight look. Morton breaks up the middle. No one's containing the quarterback, and he's going to be hit as he slides, but does get more than enough for a 1st down. 20-plus yard gain. Dropped at the 22.
Stop made by number 36, Ronald Rocket, the 3rd.
Ronald Rocket, the 3rd on the tackle, but here comes Morton again. Bubble screen. And not able to get the breaking free. Not able to be broken free by the blocking, but he's still able to get 5 yards.
About 5 brings up 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers.
Trying to run the hurry up again. Screen. It's caught and runs him over. Gets a 1st down on that play. This is one of those points in times where I could really use some binoculars because their numbers are very small compared to the standard. Morton fakes it. Well, actually does hand it off to DeJuan Tucker, and no one realizes it It's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown Panthers by number 28.
Like, no one believed that they actually handed the ball off, and he was just able to take a nice stroll in the park on his way to the end zone. With 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
Next point is up, and it is good.
With 33 seconds left in the first quarter, 35 points have been scored. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's the only thing you can say. Like you hope at one point or another you see something that you can point to and say, oh, this is happening though. This is good. It's very hard. It's very difficult. I love this team. It has so much upside. The Golden Lions have so much upside. Not quite seeing it today. Remember that mudslide I was talking about? This is a very large quantity. A lot of water in this mudslide. Here comes the kickoff from Prairie View. And Con at the 5. Jamion Peterson stutter steps a bit and gets up to the 27, maybe 28. Flying down on the play. Let's see what the Chief has to say. And things get from bad to worse, as a holding play was called. And they're going to start setting up shop at around the 18-yard line. And here come the Golden Lions as they take the field. From their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10. And handoff to Taylor Porter, gets a whole lot of nothing. Tries to force his way up the middle, but not able to break through. And they're going to just roll on to the second quarter for everyone's benefit. At the second quarter, 35-3, your score, and it's going to be a long one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if the Lions can fight back. Welcome back. At the second quarter, 35-3, and we're not on the winning share of that. Fakes the handoff, fires to Colby McNeil. Gets a good chunk of yardage there, tackled around the 25, 26-yard line. In between that.
Pass is complete to number 6, Jeremy.
It's going to end up being 3rd and 3.
Forced out of bounds.
They marked him at the 25. Here we go.
3rd down and short. Check it.
Skylar Perry fires to the outside. Incomplete, flag down. We can only hope it's an offside because this day could hopefully get better. And it is. You take your victories where you can, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the offsides is going to give the Golden Lions a 1st down. as the offense looks to get a little more confidence and get some points on the board. Skylar Perry with 2 receivers to his right, hands off to Taylor Porter, who gets pounced on by a Panther. The defensive line has been dominant, and they've shown it by stopping the running game. It's the line that determines the momentum of the game as Skylar Perry fakes the handoff, fires outside. I believe that's McNeil on the catch. And he's able to get a good chunk of yardage as well. Now 3rd and 3. From the 38-yard line. They have to get to the 41, a little bit past the 41 for a first down. Fires to the outside. To Juan Miller, not able to get forward progress. Now do you just go for it? It's 4th down and 2. You're close enough to midfield. And I believe the offense is not moving. And 4th and 1, they're going to punt it. The Golden Toe, Jamie Gillen, getting a lot of work done today as he's up for another punt. Ball drops it. Oh, it gets out of bounds right around the 21-yard line. Oh, they're going to mark it all the way to the 26. Here comes the Panthers on offense. This game's getting hard to watch, ladies and gentlemen. But as a true fan, I will follow them all the way to the end. And here comes the Gold Line defense that have struggled immensely. Passing, running, and it really hasn't mattered. Fakes the handoff. Oh no, he did hand it off there. Tawanya Tucker is showing off that D1 speed. And he's able to scat around on the counter. And he gets all the way up to the 37-yard line. Gets a first down, and they're going at it again. Oh, man, and sweep reverse. That was a very interesting and creative play call there. They both went out for the speed option, then changed directions off the handoff. That must have contributed to a lot of his 600 yards he got in his previous 3 games. Setting up again, 2nd down and short. Handing off to Dewani Tucker. And he's able to get the first down and a little bit more. He's battling his way to the outside. Dropped it around the 46-yard line. Another Panthers first down again. To the outside. And nothing doing there. Tried to run the screen, the wide receiver screen. Right back to DeWanya Tucker. Not going to happen that time. Excuse me, that was Desmond. That was Xavier Knight, excuse me. Here's from the spread look. Fires to the outside, able to find DeWanya Tucker on the flare route, and he's able to skip and slip and dodge and dive all the way 9 yards to the 36. It's going to end up being 3rd and 1. And UAPB is not ready for the tempo. Inside handoff, able to get just enough for a first down on the running play. DeWanya Tucker again. And you can expect to see this all the way through this game. There is very little reason to pass the ball anymore if you're the Prairie View Panthers, but here we go again. Jalen Morton actually dropping back to pass. I have such poor timing. It's a commentator's curse when it comes to these sorts of things. Incomplete pass, though. Jalen Morton misfiring on the way to the end zone, looking for it. Second down and 10. Jalen Morton with 4 receivers behind, 3 to his right. And gives the handoff to Dwayne Tucker. He's stopped behind the line. That's a good sign right there. It seems like this defense has gotten warmed up a bit. They've been slowing them down so far. And now it's 3rd and 11 after the backwards play. Drops back to pass. Jalen Morton finds some space. He's going to have a burst of speed and get enough for a first down. And he still hasn't gone down. Oh, and he gets popped. Hold on. Oh, there was a fumble. Well, there you go. There's a fumble there, and that's the first good sign we've had all day from this defense. Kevin Carter stripping and recovering his own fumble. Well, Jalen Morton did indeed go for the scramble, but midway he got hit, and the ball popped out. So here comes the Golden Lions. The first bit of momentum that has been seizable for the past 5 quarters. Golden Lions defense has set them up now at their own 20-yard line. Skylar Perry has a spread look. Look at this. Sweep play. Taylor Porter finds a bit of room, not too much though. 5-yard gain on the play. Tyron Ralph, excuse me, on that play. 5 yards at the 25-yard line, 2nd down and 5. Skylar Perry sweeping to the outside, and he gets about 2 before he's forced to slide. 3rd down.
Perry on the keeper. Number 47, Cyclone Fields. There is a flag on the play.
Oh, flag was down on the play. Let's see what this is. It's in an awkward spot. And yes, holding on the offense. And that's not a good thing. Of course it's not. I mean, that's obvious. But the timing of these penalties has happened for the past couple of years now. It's not the amount that kills you. It's when it happens. And after a great fumble recovery, a turnover recovery by the defense, you don't need a penalty at this stage, especially backed up in your own territory. 2nd and 15 now after the penalty. Skylar Perry calls his own number on the draw, and he's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit further. 3rd and 9. Third down and 9. Let's see what Skylar Perry has in store. Spread look on the left hash. Takes a snap on the shotgun. Splits coming in, and it pressures him to underthrow the pass that time. The strength is definitely there. It's the accuracy that's been a problem all day for Skylar Perry. And he's had to deal with pressure and blitzes all day long, and that's going to be a 4th down and 9. And here comes Jamie. The Golden Toe sets up at his own 5-yard line to punt this one away.
On to punt, number 42, Jamie Gillen.
Here comes Gillen. Ball's kicked away. Long and high. Received. No, muffed it. He muffed it. He's got to return it now. There's a flag down on the play. He doesn't get much. He actually ends up losing yards that he could have had. The ball was going to be caught at a 30, but like I said, he muffed it and had to go backwards to retrieve it. Ends up being dropped at the 26th. Let's see what this flag is all about. So dropped at the 26, make the ball be spun at the 16 as he is called for an illegal block in the back. I didn't catch the number of who was called for that, but I may need to send him a thank you card. Prairie View sets up at their own 16-yard line. Trying to increase on this dominant lead, 35-3 with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Well, actually, hold on, even further back. I thought it was a 10. Oh, yeah, I thought it was a 10-yard field. It was a 15. So starting at the 11. Jalen Morton calls his own number and finds space on the outside. He's being chased down, but he's going to probably go all the way. No, he's tripped up. Tripped up at around the 30. They're going to mark it at the 30. Sean Steele able to trace back and catch up to him. First down and 10 for the Panthers from their own 30-yard line. They're waiting on the change before they can attack. Here's the change. Jalen Morton finds the screen, and the tackle is not there. Only until it is. Marcus Hardy shedding one tackle and getting 7 yards out of that screenplay. Second down and 4 for Jalen Morton and company as the whistle's dead. Timeout on the play, and we'll take 1, 2. 35-3 with just over 8 minutes left in the second quarter. And here comes Prairie View again, 35-3 at the 8:09 mark. They're setting up. Inside handoff to Dewanye Tucker. He breaks a tackle and just outpaces everyone on his way to the end zone. Did I say 35? I meant 42. Well, pending the extra point. It's just really rough to watch a defense get shattered like this. (41-3), not including the extra point, which is probably going to go in. Never want to assume. You don't want a Brown situation to happen. It does go in.
It's up and it is good.
42-3.
Amari Martinez.
Huh. Oh, okay. They're going to go for it. Have to do it again because of a holding penalty on the field, on the extra point. I've never really seen. You don't see it very often, at least, holding on kicking plays, on place kicking plays, unless they end up being fakes. But I thought you were supposed to back them up. I'm not entirely sure now. There you go. There's backing up. All right, so instead of from the 2, he has to do it from the 12. Amari Martinez, 4. Prairie View has a slightly longer extra point attempt to do. And it goes just as well.
Extra point is up and good.
All right, just checking the field for any further flags or shenanigans such as those. There doesn't seem to be any. After the end of that, I don't even want to read the score anymore, but it's part of my job description. 42-3. As we're waiting on the teams to retake the field, Simmons Bank Field, as Amari Martinez looks to kick it away. Ball is going to be received at the 15 and called fair catch. They'll take it at the 25. The offense has been, let's just say, passable. And the defense has been better. But it just hasn't been enough to stop or put a dent in this gigantic lead of Prairie View. Thank you. As we get second quarter statistics, Dewani Tucker has had 7 carries for 52 yards. And here comes Skylar Perry. Fakes the snap. Oh, it's offsides. It is offsides, but Skylar Perry wasn't expecting it. Good eye by the center. But it's going to be ruled a fumble. Probably will be overturned because of the flag. There was a defensive end that jumped off sides. So great awareness by the center to snap the ball when he saw that. Let's see. Remember back in the day, false starts. Let's see what the chief says. All right, still first down after the offside penalty. Going to be moving up 5 yards, and they're going to have it at their own 20 or 31-yard line. Oh, they mark it at the 30. That's fine. Hand off to Porter, and he has a hole. And he breaks free for about 10 yards on that play. That's a good stretch right there. Taylor Porter, another one of the JUCO trio, the only non-injured member, as he's handed off again. Makes about 6 or 7 yards on that play. Dropped it around the 49, 48-yard line. Depends on where they actually want to spot it. The referees are in 2 different positions. 48-yard line it is. Threatening to enter Prairie View territory. Fakes. Nope. Hand off to Taylor Porter, and it doesn't go anywhere that time. I was waiting on Skylar Perry to pull one of these back. He has a ton of speed on him, and he just hasn't pulled it back for himself. He is still a freshman, a true freshman. So look to see a lot of him in the next coming years. Here's Skylar Perry. And he handed off to Taylor Porter, and he gets just enough for a first down at the 48-yard line, entering into Prairie View territory. Okay, here comes Perry again. Drops back to pass. Fires right side. Not able to connect. The defender was all over him. DeJuan Miller. Oh, I'm sorry, Orion Smith. On the play. No, it was DeJuan Miller. Okay. Sometimes you think you're losing your mind up here if you see the same number twice. Porter. 3 receivers out. Fires the screen. And he has a little bit of space, able to get enough for a first down. Colby McNeil on the play. And he's getting up a little slower. Making his way to the huddle. He's going to be subbed out. Number 19, Daryl Carter, making his way into the game. First and 10 from the 45. Here is Skylar Perry. Handing off to... Oof. Actually, pulled that one back. You're barely tracking nowadays. I can't even blame our top shot guys anymore. As he gets about 8 yards on that carry, Skylar Porter does. Oh, no. And Perry is down. And he's hurt. Shaken up on the play. And sometimes if things are already bad, they just get worse. We'll be right back after this. Perry able to make his way off the field under his own power, gingerly at least. And he seems all right, but just frustrated. Making his way onto the field to replace. Entering the game at quarterback, Roger Tonkin II. Got a lot of playing time last week. Let's see what he can do this time. The redshirt junior. Tyron Ralph getting the snap. Actually, I just kind of didn't quite see what happened in that play, but they ended up making a lot of progress in a first down. Misdirection on that play kind of confused my eyes. Roger Totten hands off to Porter. Now actually takes it himself and drives right through the defensive front of Prairie View, and he's able to make a lot of progress here. They're at the 12-yard line and knocking on the door. Totten to Porter. Porter finding some space up the middle. And he's going to get a first down. They could get a touchdown here. It'll be the first. It'll be the first touchdown they've had in 5 quarters.
And the rush from the goal line is first down. First down.
Here we go. And it looks like a timeout was called by Prairie View. There's the sense of defeat is not in the offense quite yet. So we're going to see if they can make something happen and get into the end zone. Sometimes you got to love SWAC football. And here comes the offense. Knocking on the door at the 6-yard line. First and goal. Skylar Perry makes his way back into the game. The fade has no connection. As a pretty decent job by the opposing cornerback. It's jamming him at the line. Second down. They switch a couple things up on the offensive side. Daryl Carter making his way in. And so is Coleman McNeil. Perry again from the 6. Hands off to a different number. And he's going to make his way into the end zone. First touchdown in 5 quarters, ladies and gentlemen. So, touchdown. That's a start. You always gotta have a start. If we could get a replay of that, that would be great. Not quite. I guess we're not going to get one. So, a touchdown by, I believe that was a Ryan Smith, but honestly, I could be wrong. I can't quite see up here, but it's okay. As the Golden Toe sets up for the extra point. The extra point is good by a long shot.
And the extra point is up and good.
So, your score after the first Golden Line touchdown is 47-10. feel like that's not correct. Okay. Well, our scoreboard worker right now is having a bit of a hard time. And he just keeps adding points to Prairie View. Okay, I think he's figured it out now. So it's 10 to 42. Okay, 10 to 42 here as we're looking to start making a dent into this gigantic lead. And if we are able to make this game look a little bit more competitive, it's going to be a really nice thought experiment, really, at this point. Let's see if they can actually come through with it. Jimmy Gillen. Setting up. Sends the ball underway, and it's going to make its way into the end zone for a touchback. 4:42 left in the first half. And the defense has been having a rough go about it for the past quarter and 2/3. Has to make his way out there again. Is college fantasy sports a thing? I wonder. I'm sure it is, but I'm not sure it is for the SWAC. Moving right along, though, Jalen Morton sends a man on motion. And the ball is handed off to the Wanya Tucker on the misdirection play. And he's just going every direction. And ends up going forward. And he fumbled it! The strip! But did we recover it? The Lions say we do. But the referee says we don't. Oh, man, that could have been huge. That could have been insane. Either way, 1st and 10 from the 47. Screenplay is going to end up being dropped by Tucker.
Number 15, Nicholas Stroud on the coverage.
Nicholas Stroud on the coverage, who was helped off the field earlier, I believe. Glad to see he's all right. Morton drops back, sneaks up the pocket, and does get the ball over the middle, and he has plenty of space to go. Being harassed and harried all the way down the field, ends up only getting dropped at the 8-yard line.
Number 81, Jose Madreno.
Another great pass by Morton. He's had plenty of chances to do it. Fires on the bubble screen. And inside cut will get him very close to the 1-yard line. They're hurrying it up.
He is complete. Number 85, Kalen Rowell.
Kalen Rowell's
He stopped on the 1-yard line.
setting up the Panthers for 2nd and 1 next to the goal line. Goal line's needed. Goal line stand here. And somehow Jalen Morton gets to the outside and
Jalen Morton on the keeper. Touchdown Panthers.
skips it in. No fanfare, no celebration, just taking care of business now. And the 3rd touchdown of the quarter achieved by Prairie View. It is starting to wear me out up here. I can only imagine what the defense is feeling.
Extra point up and good.
49 to 10. $49-10, ladies and gentlemen. At 3:38 left in the first half. No one said this sport was easy.
Martinez on to kick for the Panthers.
But the Panthers are making it look that way. Prairie View's Martinez looking to kick it off yet again. And the ball's going to make its way out of bounds for the flag. It's going to be starting their drive at, looks like, the 40-yard line. Maybe a bit further back. Let's see. 35. Close enough.
Flag on the play.
Prairie View defense has been very successful besides the pass drive, as they were able to, as the Golden Lions have been able to get into the end zone for the first time today. But not only just today, the first time in 5 quarters, as I mentioned before. Here comes Skylar Perry and company. Let's see what they can do on this drive. And on the outside, Porter refusing to go down before an entire group of Panthers have to lift him in the air and carry him backwards, and he still didn't let his shoulders, knees, or elbows hit the ground. What a display of strength and determination coming from Taylor Porter. A real leader on this offense for sure. Inside handoff. The Porter, he's going to be able to get enough for a first down. He dropped at about the 48. Not an easy game to play if you're a Golden Lions, but Porter has been doing his darndest. Here comes Porter and Skylar Perry in the backfield. Another handoff to Porter, and this is not going to go quite as well as the others did. Going to end up losing a couple on that time. Dropped it around the 46. Loss of 2. Setting up now second down and 12. Trying to use Porter as a workhorse for as long as possible. Fakes the handoff, fires on the screen, dropped. And they might have had some space on that one. Kobe McNeil not able to hold on to that one as well. And that's just kind of the first of a litany of drops from the receiving core of the Golden Lions. Longest play for the Golden Lions coming from Jeremy Brown for 29 yards, but beyond that, is that correct? Yes, that's still correct. Yep. Jeremy Brown having the longest play, and it hasn't really gone much further than that. 3 receivers to Perry's left. Fires right side. Porter can't hold on to it, and I think he lost a cleat as well. What a tough guy that guy is, man. He was jogging his way back to the huddle with one cleat on. Taylor Porter is another kind of human. But beyond that, though, still 4th and 12. Got to punt it away yet again. And the story of our lives, I guess. Ball sent long, fair catch made. Just barely hangs on to it at the 15-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half. And the score is 49-10, Prairie View on top. As they come out and try to increase this already dominant lead. Here we go. Jalen Morton hands the ball off to Dewanya Tucker. Actually, no, he pulled it back and ended up losing about 5. Losing about 5 in the plays. The clock ticks down. Counting down to the end of the first half. About 125 and counting, as they may look to use all of it. And 9-8, here it comes. They finally get the play in. And they're actually going to run it all the way down and take the flag. So ran the clock all the way down and then called a timeout. So 105, we'll keep it right here. 105 left in the first half, and the Lions have a lot of work to do. I believe that's the biggest understatement that could probably be made. But there have been bright spots. There have been a couple. On the offensive side, Taylor Porter has definitely not given up, and that is commendable. That man is a leader coming from, hold on, let me see. I might actually say it on this non-program I have. Here we go. Coming from Miami Junior College, ASA, part of the junior college trio, the major part of the offense. But this defense has not done well the past couple of games. Hands off to Dewanye Tucker, and he's dragged back even further. So at points in time, they have shown bad tackling, and other points they've shown relatively decent tackling, and that would be the latter, as another timeout is called with 54 seconds left in the first half. Third and, what would that be, like 14 on the play, as the cheerleaders haven't stopped cheering since the opening snap. So gotta love the believers, the true believers of the Golden Lions. I am in that camp. I promise you. It's just not looking good right now. Here comes the Golden Lions to retake the field, and waiting on the Prairie View Panthers to do the same and finish out this first half. Not easy to find positives, but you have to learn from games like this if you're the Golden Lions. Snap there, handoff, no, pulls it back. Jalen Morton now making his way down the left-hand side, and he gets out of bounds just before he gets the first down. And so the coaches up top in the booth are right next to me, and he was very angry at the fact he didn't get a first down on that play. Makes it a third and, all right, makes it a 4th and 2. They're going to go for it. Maybe trying to draw the Golden Lions offside. Not successful. 10 from the play clock. 5 from the play clock. They have to snap it. Morton now with the quarterback punt. It's caught. Oh, man, dangerous catch there by Isaiah Johnson. I haven't seen a quarterback punt in a long time. I like that play call. Well, either way, number 27, Isaiah Johnson, opting not to fair catch it, trying to make something happen. Doesn't get much, but they start their drive off at the 36-yard line. Already in Panther territory. Perry looking to take the snap. 3 receivers to his left as he drifts left and fires to the end zone and knocked down by that Panthers safety. .6, if I'm reading that correctly, yes. Tyron Ralph was the intended receiver on that play. Now he's going to try to drift off again. Let's see what Perry can do on the second play. Perry Three receivers to his left. Fires over the middle. And another drop, this time from Ralph.
Perry's pass incomplete, intended for Ralph. That brings up 3rd down and 10.
I mean, there is a lot that the Golden Lions can learn from this game. But now, with 25 seconds left in the first half of a game, that's not looking very competitive. I don't think that lesson will be applied today. Perry takes a snap, looks to fire almost directly into the hands of a defender. 19 seconds left, 4th down and 10. Still at their own 36-yard line. You could try to get the Golden Toe a very long, career-long field goal, or you can go for it on 4th down. Not a lot of time left in the first half, so let's see what they go for. And it looks like they're going for it. 4th and 10 for Skylar Perry. 5 wide plus Porter in the backfield. Perry fires over the middle. The check down is complete. Doesn't get much. Turnover on downs. And as the coaches depart the booth, it looks like it's going to be a kneel down. They're just going to defer all the way to the second half. One side of the football have done a great job of defense and offense respectively. The other side has struggled immensely all the way throughout this game. As they take the knee, and we're going to go into halftime. Your score, 49-10, Prairie View taking over.
Congratulations to the happy new couple.
Here we go. We're about to get back underway. Kicks up, and it's out. Gathered at the 5-yard line by Jamion Peterson, who looks to find some room. Not able to find much. It's dropped at around the 18-yard line. Jamion Peterson doing an excellent job on the special teams unit. He's done very well this year, getting some favorable positions. Not that time. Not quite, at least. Skylar Perry making his way out there. Had a little bit of a scare earlier in the game. Good to see he's still play ready. Match fit, if you will. Starting at the 18. Hand off to Porter, and he's able to get about 4. Maybe 3. Oh, actually, no. It was Jamal Gladden. Keep an eye on that one. Jamal Gladden's been getting a lot of touches in these, I wouldn't call it garbage time quite yet, but it's pretty darn close to garbage time right now as he goes back to the carry again. And only gets about 3 that time. So on schedule for the offense. Running the hurry up. gotta think they're gonna pass here on 3rd and 3. Perry again, setting up now. Shotgun spread. Showing blitzes, Prairie View. Fires out on the flare route to Porter. Gets around the edge and a little bit more. Able to get the first down. About 10 yards on that passing play.
Porter on the carry, and that's another goal to Lions first down.
Nice first down there from Porter. It's been a bit of a gloomy day all day long. A lot of rain coming down as they're coming from the shotgun. And a Prairie View defender pointed out a false start and got the call he wanted. So -5 yards for Golden Lions. A lot of rain coming down today. Thankfully, no lightning. We did not want another Cumberland experience. But moving right along, though. Skylar Perry. Trip spread. Handoff to Porter. And he's not going to get it much. He's going to actually lose a couple. And the play is whistled dead. There was a fumble and a recovery. And it could have been a touchdown, but may not have been. Let's see.
He is down at about the 33-yard line.
It's going to be whistled down with the forward progress. Ball was ripped out, but it was the whistle blowed it dead. Blew it dead. Blowed is not a word. Blew. Anyway, either way, 2nd down and 12. Perry from the spread. Takes a step back, fires out to the outside. That's Gladden on the play, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and maybe a little bit behind it. Actually, that was Jamion Pearson. They're starting to really rotate their... Yeah, they're really starting to rotate their running back core right now, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to keep up with it. Perry gets swallowed up in the pocket, but able to get the ball off. Almost had a circus catch from Tyron Ralph, but it's going to be broken up. And defended by number 33, Will Skinner, as he really defended that with the skin of his teeth. Made a joke during the halftime break that this man, the Golden Toe, as he kicks this one away, is going to have a whole lot of stats going for him at the end of this season. It's his senior year as the returner has broken free on the right side. Going to end up finally being dropped at the 48-yard line in Golden Lion territory. Ball came out of his hands. He almost fumbled it, but it ended up making his way out of bounds at the 48. So, disaster averted. Last thing you need is a special teams problem. But still, a great return by Prairie View, and they're still looking dangerous. Unable to get halftime stats for you while we're in this dead zone right now, but let me just tell you, they just don't look good for us. That's all you really need to know. It's 49-10. What do you want from me? You know? So, handoff. No, actually pulls it back. Morton, not able to find the target. Jalen Morton hasn't quite been as accurate as you'd expect the score to show. But every play he's been a part of has been a big play. Morton again fires on the screen play. Number 85 on the catch. And he made his way all the way into the 36-yard line for a first down. It's going to be rough. It's a rough time right now. Morton hands the ball off to Devontae Tucker. They've been having really awkward-looking running plays that are really hard to defend if you're a linebacker trying to read it. Morton again stepping back in the pocket now. Fires over the middle, and it's dropped. Kalen Rouse again. Targeted on that play, but not able to come up with it. That would have been another surefire touchdown. And talk about something you don't want. The spread, both sides stacked on the screenplay now. And it breaks free almost breaks out of that second level, but is able to get enough for a first down, tackled at around the 19-yard line. They're knocking on the door of the red zone. Wait, 21, excuse me. Just about in the red zone for Prairie View as they're making their way downtown. Morton pulls it back, calls his own number, and he is going to make his way all the way into the end zone after stiff-arming a defender, and another touchdown for the Panthers. I mean, a rough day at the office is the cliche. But I don't know, however, how else to describe this. I don't know how else to describe this. It's a rough day at the office, plus several degrees, as the extra point is blocked and is recovered, and he's going. He could go all the way, 10-yard line, 2 points. So that's a momentum shifter. No way! No way! They took it away from us. Are you kidding me? As we have an injured Panther on the field, as he's getting up slowly, not wanting to diminish that, but yeah, focus on that real quick. If I had like a rule, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a rule thing. Either way, I need a rule book just to see if there is a rule for if they like drop kick it at the 20. They block a field goal, or block an extra point, run it back, and the guy decides to drop kick it instead of going into the end zone. Would that just be 1 point for the other team? Who knows? Who knows? Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Food for thought. 11-10 left in the third quarter, and your score 55-10. Prairie View with the 55. After scoring another touchdown, but not converting on the extra point. Coming very close to having 2 points on our side. So, let's see what the offense can do. First things first is to get good field position. Amari Martinez setting up for the big kick. Here we go. Short one. Oh no, Javion can't hang on to it. And he actually may have some space on the left side and is able to make something out of relatively nothing. Going to be stopped at the 26 when it could have ended up being really, really bad. And that's when it gets bad. There was a flag down on the play. I believe it was blocking the back was the call. Half the distance to the goal. Anyway, it's a rough day. Today is not a good day. So it's a matter of where they're going to start at. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there it is. And they're going to start from the spot of the foul, half the distance. So instead of starting at what could have been like the 25 or so, they start at the 5 or 6. Skylar Perry now having to snap it out of his own end zone. Hands it off and gets nothing out of it. Taylor Porter on the handoff. Porter has done an excellent job in a lot of games, just from sheer unadulterated toughness. That's what he brings to the table. That man is a leader just from his actions. I don't even know how he is in the locker room, but from his actions, he's a leader. As the snap is given, Skylar Perry fires and gets a couple of yards out of that one. There's a little jump-off pass there to, I believe that's Jeremy Brown. No, excuse me. Daryl Carter. I'm getting the tight ends confused now. That's not good. 3rd and 4. Make that 3. Here we go. Porter shifting over to his left. Skylar Perry called his own number, and did he get enough? It's a close one. And the referee says, sure, and gives us the first down. And the Chains get a little hung up on that play. Trying to get set up. Perry with the trips look on the left-hand side. Hands it off to Porter. Porter able to get about 4, maybe even 3 on that run. Make that 2. It's getting a little hard to see now. All the water starting to gather unfavorably for a commentary spot.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and a long 6.
Second down and long. Here comes Porter. Here comes Perry again. The left-hander fires, and he does get a connection. Sliding into the catch. Jeremy Brown got him that time. Gets enough for a first down, and they're starting to march. Golden Lions with the ball. Skylar Perry from the pistol. Look at that outside zone to the right-hand side. There's nothing for anyone on the play. I believe that's Jamal Gladden. No, actually, Ty Christopher Harris. Nope, that was Jamal Gladden. Okay, that's. Some of these numbers might be a little bit mixed up. I'm having to use the game program from week 1 because they're saving on paper. Ending up losing 2 yards. 2nd and 12 from the 38-yard line. Trying to get into Panther territory. 4 wide. Steps back to snap. Fires. Not able to find the target. Ralph was the tyrant. Trying to find anything. Any separation. Nothing doing. It is 3rd down and 12. Skylar Perry takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Caught. And he's not going to get enough for a first down. He got hit pretty hard. He gets up a little slower than I would like to see as a coach, but he does get up. Louis Bowell on the stop for the Panthers. And it's 4th down and 3. And they're going to punt. It was like they take forever to send the punt team out just to see if they can catch them off guard. Gillen sends it long. He's going to have a lot of stats today. Ball gathered at the 12-yard line and is going to be sent into a fair catch. So, first and 10 from the 12, getting third quarter stats. So there's a penalty flag on the field for an illegal substitution after the play. Again, not well versed on the intricacies of all the penalties. But what it looks like is the defense is still on the field. So it's fourth, if I'm correct. Offense is retaking the field. Okay, fun times. Golden Lions are still with the ball, and also are in Prairie View territory. From the 47, Perry fires to Miller. Miller breaking one tackle and able to get a couple of yards on that play. Forced out of bounds at around the 44. Gold Lions kind of scrapping, taking advantage of this penalty that could have easily put more points on the other side. Perry having to escape the pocket, and he does. Sliding, but only sliding after he gets the first down. Great move by Perry. Got a 10-yard rush on that play. Perry's been doing very well up to this point. Skylar Perry with 6 scrambles, going to be at 27 yards. Perry takes the snap again, hands it off. Only about 3 yards gained on that play. Tackled at about the 34. Make that 33-yard line. Another play snapped on the ball there. Hand it off. Another play snapped on the ball. That's great. Hand off of the middle. Only getting about 2 on that play. Trying to look through stats. Trying to do well. Trying to march forward. They need 5 yards. Coming into the game, Jamal Gladden. Gladden now going to be the receptor of a pass. And is he able to make it to the line? No, he's not able to make it to the first down marker. Only getting about 4. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 26-yard line. Plenty of space for the Golden Toe to put some points on the board. But if I was coach, but I'm not a coach, thankfully, I'm going for it. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. 4th and 1. And they call a timeout. Or no. I can only hope they called for a timeout. It ended up being a false start. So now they have to send out the punting unit. Not the punting unit, the field goal team. Another chance ruined by an untimely penalty, but they were able to march down the field against Prairie View and take a lot of time off the clock. The Prairie View sideline begging to block the kick. Holder set up at the 38-yard line. Looking for 48 yards. Oh, no. Whistle dead. Another false start. Mental mistakes. Unforced errors. Now from the 35. If the Golden Toe hits this with that powerful leg of his, I'll be very impressed. And they'll pick us up, and it's caught enough. It's no good. Just a little bit to the left. That's a powerful, powerful leg, though. He was able to get high enough and deep enough, but could not force that into the uprights. He is human after all, ladies and gentlemen. Panthers offense takes over at the 35, make that 36. Handoff to Devontae Tucker. Gets about 4 and is forced backwards by a group of Lions. 4:05 left in the third quarter. That's graciously moving along. 55-10 the score. Prairie View on top with the ball. Let's see what they got. Oh no! Fumbling the snap and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Very far behind the line of scrimmage. Making the coaches next to me very upset. I believe that was Jalen Stewart on the tackle. So now, third and, well, looks like 20. Close to it, 18. Firing on the quick hitch route, but not able to get even to the line of scrimmage originally, the original position. So, a little bit of luck and a lot of skill go a long way. Golden Lions defense able to get a 3 and out on that one. And the punt return unit get up on the field. Tyron Ralph sets up. Let us see what we can do on this drive. Very close to blocking that kick. Ball is gonna bounce. Needs to get out the way of Ralph. Thankfully the ball doesn't take a weird angle and bounce off of him, but it's gonna be stopped down to around the 20-yard line. Rough day at the office, but the first good sign today. 3 and out from the Golden Lions. One of, I believe, 2 all game. All having some sort of odd fumble or mental mistake from the Prairie View Panthers. However, they've pretty much played a perfect game beside that. So the Golden Lions have a lot to work on. Here comes Perry as he takes the high snap and fakes the handoff, fires it, trying to get a hold of DeJuan Miller. Unable to do so. There's a flag, there's a little bit of laundry on the field. Let's see what that is. The band was playing at the same time. I really couldn't hear what he was saying. It looks like they just picked up the flag. So, second down. Second down to 11. Handoff. Nope. Fake. Thrown to the right side. Big hit by the Prairie View player as number 25 for Prairie View knocks Porter a couple feet out of bounds. Willie Miles. Either way, Perry hands the ball off to Porter. He can't get far. Might as well. It actually ends up going backwards a couple of yards. So they trade 3 and outs. Isaac Claiborne, the man to credit for the stop for the Prairie View Panthers. The Old Lions having a lot of trouble. Jamie Gillen, who knows how many times he's kicked today. Oh, he takes it himself. Gillen had a bad snap, gets a first down. Look at the man go. You gotta love the man from Scotland, Jamie Gillen. Out of Inverness, Scotland, comes the former rugby player. I'm done with the accent. I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone from Scotland. I can't be prouder of Jamie Gillen, man. Cannot be prouder of Jamie Gillen. Keeps the offense on the field on the. I can't tell if it was a design funk fake or what, but now Skylar Perry has the ball at the 45-yard line. Steps back, 3-step drop, climbs the pocket, fires, has a man, but ends up dropping it. And he's asking, begging for a call. The pass interference, not able to get it. Hold on, I just got stats. Something I want to bring up real quick. Here we go. Up to that point, Jamie Gillen has punted, I want to say 8 times today. I'll make that 7. That last one didn't count. 7 times today for a total of 257 yards. Most offenses would be proud of that. Skylar Perry fires across the middle, has a wide open man, but not able to connect. Tyron Ralph visibly disappointed. Tyler Ralph has, Skylar Perry has been really good in bursts. The way that Coach Thomas wanted to include him in a lot of plays has been very useful for him. But right now, he's getting a bit exposed to things he needs to worry about. Fires left side. Low pass is caught. Able to get about 6 or 7 yards out of it before being taken down. .25 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. Only getting enough to make it 4th down and 3. Here comes Gillen and company. Maybe he's asking the center to snap it high again. Like I was saying before, I don't know if it was a high snap or what. All right, the third quarter is over before Gillen can work his magic. Your score 55-10. Prairie View is on top. They've been slowed down. They've been slowed down a bit this quarter. Let's see if the goal line can finish this out. And here comes the Golden Lions ready to punt. Jamie Gillen set up at about the 46-yard line. Able to punt the ball away. It's a high back spinning punt. Be caught at the 11, maybe 12, depending on how they spot it. They spot it at the, well, they spot it halfway between both numbers, so it helps nobody. Come on, refs. Either way. Score 55-10 as we get started. It's been a rough day. However, several things make it better than what happened last week. So, depending on how this quarter goes is whether or not I mentioned the score from last week. Let's just say it like that. Morton fakes the handoff and has a man wide open, and he could go all the way. 15-10-5, touchdown Panthers. It's just one of those days for a Golden Lions fan where you just have to watch them twist it in. Sometimes you just have to watch. Another touchdown for the Panthers. Into the 60s go their score. gonna get worse before it gets better, probably. I can only expect. The dark joke in all this is that they're still on the same level as the Hogs right now, so that's the dark joke out of all this. Either way, with 14:38 after a huge missed assignment, I believe it was a cornerback blitz that got taken advantage of by a really game Jalen Morton. 62-10 your score. If you made the trip all the way out here from Prairie View, Texas, you're enjoying yourself. But for those who call this place called Pine Bluff home, it's a bit rough for our liking. Only thing that we can hope for is the adjustments that have to be made between this week and the road trip get made, and especially by homecoming. As Amari Martinez looks to kick this one away. Ball is up, going to be gathered. No, it's not actually. It's going to make its way all the way out the back of the end zone. They're going to get the ball at the 25. It's just really rough to watch. Heading to Florida next week, September 29th. FIU calls us out. We're going to see if we can knock those guys up down a peg. After that, there's a home game at 2:30 at October 6th. A little bit earlier than you're used to, so just keep that in mind. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Hand off to Jamal Gladden. Actually, no. It was Skylar Perry, making his way all the way up to the 4-yard line. I'm surprised he hadn't been pulling him back a little bit more early on in the game. Some good slide work. Second and 6 from the 29. Got to get to the 35. Handoff. Finds Gladden. And he makes it all the way to the first down and a little bit more. 37-yard line. Excuse me. They're really rotating right now. Let me make sure I have their names right. That will be Cole on the carry that time. And not able to make the tackle. Matter of fact, no one is. Skylar Perry making his way as far as he feels he can before running out of bounds at around the 28-yard line. Long carry that time. Close to 40 yards. Changing the field position. Here we go. Skylar Perry hands the ball off. And Cole's not going to be able to get much on that one. Every time I look upwards and to my right, I keep staring into the door of the defensive coach's booth, and it's throwing me off a bit. Like someone's just walking into my booth. Anyway, gain of 2 by Tavarius Cole. As now they're knocking on the door of the red zone. First down puts them right there. 2nd and 8 from the 26. Perry fakes the handoff, fires to the screen side. Orion Smith able to put a little bit of stiffness in that arm and get more yards than he probably should have. About a 4-yard gain on that play. Looking at about 3rd and 2. Third and short now. Perry with the spread look. Like to run out of this, but they also like to pass. Perry looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to find a man there. Probably looking for Orion Smith. I have to ask him if it's Orion or Orion. It's going to be 4th down and 3. And so here comes the golden toe. We may end up running out of room on our TV recording device. Before the game comes to a conclusion. So to say this isn't a foregone conclusion would be, disingenuous. But three more points for Jamie Gillen. Yeah, he has had a great game today. I'm just kind of wrapping up here for the TV so they're not left hanging. We will still be broadcasting this to this conclusion on Hot 89.7. But just in case, well, it's pretty much a definite this game's not going to end before we run out of space on the recorder. The Golden Lions have a lot to work on. That's all I can really say. It's the only fair thing to say. That's the nicest way anyone can put it. Golden Lions have a lot to work on. And part of it can be injuries. Some of it can be youth, maybe. That's something you can't use as an excuse. Here we go. Gillen kicks it up and away. And it's going to make its way outside the end zone for a touchback. I don't expect Coach Thomas to use it as an excuse either. Coach Thomas is a very responsibility-driven type of individual. And he won't take this lying down. He knows there's a lot of work to do in this ball club. And I honestly believe in Coach Thomas. But this is difficult. Handoff. Gonna go nowhere. Prairie View with the ball. I've made a lot of jokes while sitting up here, but on a serious note, it's really hard to judge exactly how you should judge this game. It's really difficult. As Jalen Morton looks to hand the ball off. No, he's going to take it himself. Fires to the outside. Actually, no, he never actually did let go of the ball. As a man keeps getting hit, and he's not going down. Number 81, Jose Medrano. Even Mr. Marbley was having a little bit of a hard time with that one. As he ended up losing yards, but a tough display nonetheless. It's hard to judge what this game should be. Oh, we have an injured player on the field. Hopefully he's okay. And it's hard to judge exactly how you should feel about this game because honestly, I can understand it on a couple levels. when you've dug into yourself a hole as deep as, let's just come out and say it, 90-6, it's really hard, especially for a defense that gives up that many points, to bounce back like it never happened, although you tell them that's what you're supposed to do. It really is difficult. And as a coach, that's one of those things you might have to think about. How do you get your team's confidence back after a game like that? And a lot of times with a lot of teams, it ends up looking exactly like it does right now, 62-13. Prairie View is a very good team. Nothing taken away from them. But I do not think that they are a 62-13 type of team. As a handoff ends up losing a bunch more. 4th down and something. It's not. It doesn't really matter. 4th down and 20. They're going to punt the ball. So the only thing I can think to do is just to say, don't look at the score by itself and assume that there's no hope. But do look at the score and assume that we still are a young team that have a lot to learn. And he gets hit as he kicks it, and he doesn't look good. Oh no. Selling out for the block. The punters hit as his hand was up in the air. Roughing the kicker, automatic 1st down. And this is the type of thing I'm talking about. Could not have that happen. Kind of thing that, you know, this is the kind of thing that ruins. I mean, I'm speechless at this point in time, and I'm not allowed to be speechless. I'm a commentator for Pete's sake. Either way, after the penalty from the 34. The 32. They're getting set up again. Handoff to Tucker. He gets about 4 yards out of it. Like, especially.
Banks on the carry. Stop made by number 33, A.C. Goody.
All right, sorry about that. Let me see if I can scoot closer to it. Okie dokie. So, 2nd and 6 from their own 36-yard line. And the Tucker handoff is going to go all the way up to, looks like the 38-yard line. Oh, actually the 42. That's where they spot it.
Banks won the carry.
Banks on the carry that time.
4th out of bounds by number 25, Stanley.
Making his first carry, I believe. Yes. Trevor Banks on that one. They're getting in the hurry up again. Trying to draw the Lions off sides, showing good discipline, staying there. And after the handoff, he has space, juking and jiving, and ends up being carried all the way across the 1st down marker. The sideline for Prairie View is getting hype. From the 31. Panthers are now starting to move after and it all started with the roughing the kicker penalty. Jalen Morton tries to drive him off sides again, but not happening still. Handoff there. And he's driving but not able to get much on it. Only for about a yard. New quarterback has made his way onto the field. His number is a number different than the 2 deep depth chart. Number 15, Desmond Hunter, made his way on. Hunter definitely trying to draw them off sides. In the process, using up a lot of clock. And only running the ball. They're trying to get out of here too. Just kidding, they want to pass. Ball's a little high for its target, coming off the fingertips. I mean, how many times does that happen today? Where I say, oh yeah, they just want to run the ball, you know, whatever, and then they end up passing it. Like the very next play. Or the exact play I say that. Hilarious. What a fun time. 62-13 still. 7:35 left in the game. Desmond Hunter still trying to draw his boys off sides, but the Golden Lions staying exactly where they need to be. 3rd and 11. Looks like 10. 3rd and 10. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to make his way all the way east and west. He can't find any forward progress. He's going to get about 3, maybe 4. Nothing much more than that. It's going to be 4th down, and maybe they'll have to do a place kick for the first time today. It does not look like it. The offense is still on the field for 4th and 8 from the 29-yard line. And I don't think they're leaving. 4 wide, 3 to his left. Hunter. Trying to draw him outside. No. Oh, he fumbled the snap and taken down. Turnover on downs. Lion ball. Looks like we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left of quality television recording. And after the turnover on down, the Golden Lions take the field again. Maybe they could try some experimental stuff. Maybe they just run the ball and concede to the other team. How do they go about it? Let's see. Skylar Perry starting at the 35-yard line, make that the 36. Spread look. Hands it off to what looked like Miller coming across the middle, but not getting anything. Matter of fact, losing a yard. This is not the time for this is how we do it. As the N4, I love the N4. The Marching Musical Machine of the Mid-South are the greatest band in SWAC. But sometimes the song timing can be a little bit bad. As Skylar Perry hands the ball off. Only able to get about a yard or 2 after that. And this is how we have done it for quite a while. As we only got about 2 minutes of quality TV time left. And 6 minutes left in the game. 62-13 as Roger Totten II thought he had a man, well defended by the Prairie View defender, who's looking for Jeremy Brown. Not able to find him. So, punting team out again. Jamie Gillen at this point in the game, 292 yards in punting, an average of 41.7. Longest of the day was 53, as that one is caught at the 15, and he gets swung to the ground because he didn't give a fair catch. Well, with the last like 45 seconds of the TV coverage, I mean, if it gets any worse than this, I mean, you should be glad you didn't have to see it. But 62-13 at 5:41. It's a bad game, but nothing could beat last week. So, for those watching on TV, have a nice evening and pray for the Lions, because you can only go up from here. Prairie View starts at the 13-yard line, fires on the outside. Actually, no. Big me out, handed it off. Only ends up